Hey guys, assalamu alaikum. It's Naima.
And this is Nora.
And welcome to another episode of
Hadal Banaat. And we've got Najma back with us again, guys, by popular demand. Okay?
Hi guys.
Okay, so today we're just gonna give you guys like a quick video. Sorry, not video, podcast on Ramadan. Okay, it's not gonna be super like religious. We're not gonna hit you guys with a bunch of hadiths and stuff. We're just gonna talk about our experiences fasting in Ramadan from a kid up until our early teenage years and adulthood and stuff, and what kind of tips we have for fasting and just trying to keep your fast consistent, because there are people out there that do have difficulty with keeping their fast consistent, and they'll have certain excuses.
Exactly. So
that we have.
Yeah, and
in Canada we fast how many hours?
I don't know.
1925 million hours. I don't know what it is, guys. I remember when I lived in Kuwait, we only fasted I woke up 5 hours from then. It was Ramadan time. That was it.
Yeah, that was what a nice fast Somalia as well, to be honest. Now, what about you, Najma? Because you live in Saudi. How was it down there?
It was also the same. It was so quick. I remember we used to wake up for suhoor, and then next thing you know, 5 o'clock till 6 o'clock asr, maghrib. It was very 6 hours max, max. And then I was it was such a perfect timing. It's I didn't feel the hunger. Until I came here, man. And then my whole life changed. My perspective, because also you have to put in mind that my parents live overseas, so I live alone with my sister. So you can only imagine, and my sister would be like, we got this, we can do this together, and it was a whole different experience. I was even knowing that I eat food is my life. I didn't feel I'm not gonna lie, it was the hardest thing ever, because I didn't have my parent was not there around me, so I didn't have that food to make food, and then we had to make food.
That's a crucial part, guys. Not having someone there to help you make food. Who's folding samosas?
Exactly. So we had to do so much, but it's funny because it started off. My story, it's really sad, but it's really sad. I used to break my fast with cereal. That's how. It started off with cereal, I swear to God. But it got better, because the first time it was the hardest, and then the second time it was okay.
Better and better.
Third time it was much better. I found the techniques. It's all about techniques, man. And it's all about the right timing when you need to eat. Yeah. So I'll give you guys
oh my God, that's actually so true. Because honestly, guys, do not be fooled, okay? I know our moms, they mean the best, and they put this whole display of food on the table. Yeah. And they're eat it. Eat all of this. Eat 5 samosas. Eat or all this. I know we have bur. Bunch of fried stuff, guys. And then your mom cuts up fruits on the side. Have some fruits too.
To be healthy, on the side.
Exactly. And then custard. You break your fast with custard too? Custard, Me too. My mom thinks that's what we're supposed to break our fast with.
I make it all the time.
Puts the custard for everybody. And then at the ending, you thought you were done there. You go pray maghrib later on. Come, everybody. Yeah, I know. Come, everybody. We have lasagna for you. We have biris. We have all of this stuff. I can't take over.
I feel every time I go to Tarawih after that, I can't even make sujood without feeling like I'm about to gag. But we're not supposed to be doing that.
You should not, guys.
And you have to understand, it's the timing too, because you're breaking your fast around 9:30 p.m. around that time, and that's usually where you can't take so much food, right? Especially when you've been starving the whole day. The only thing, and then I found one of my techniques is I first fill myself with water. Right, because that would obviously take up a lot of space, and then that will limit you from actually binge eating all day. So you just have to you have to obviously eat timid to break your fast, and then you just drink a lot, at least a liter of water, and then from there on you can it'll prevent you from eating other stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then you would realize that even when you're praying, everything seems so pure and clean, you feel so light, and then you can even sleep peacefully.
Wow, I don't sleep during Ramadan. I don't know about you guys.
I can't sleep
either.
I stay up because by the time you finish iftar, by the time you finish Asha, Tarawih, and then when you're at the masjid that you just go to, your second home, you don't leave till Fajr sometimes. Yeah. And then by the time you get home, you're just knocked out.
I like that feeling.
At Fajr, right? Yeah. Watching that sunrise.
No, not at Fajr. I actually really like to leave right after Tarawih. Assalamu alaikum, thank you so much. See you guys later.
No, I loved staying. I loved staying. I worked in a masjid last summer. Me and
Oh yes, I did. That was the only time in my life, guys, where I actually stayed in the masjid for that long. And subhanallah, I never prayed tarawih.
Yeah, like but you feel like but like our ibadah I feel like was like feeding the people, like at least, and like
feeding the masjid.
Like that was good enough. A lot.
Yeah,
and babysitting their kids for the mothers who were
kids program.
Yeah. You know, like I got emotionally attached to those kids. Like I remember crying like I think the last day of like babysitting.
Oh
or that wasn't last year, it was the year before, but anyways.
But you know, like
make sure.
And the best and the best part of Ramadan is actually the fact that you're around your families, right?
Yeah.
That's it's so beautiful because we're in a busy world where we don't have time for family. We're out and everything, and we're so busy with school and whatever the reason is. But when we come home, that's literally the first time we actually see everyone sitting right across you and just you know, like doing the same thing, working as a team. It's just it's very different, especially in a country that's very individual, where they aim to be very individual, as opposed to when you're in Saudi or Kuwait, where they teach you to be very family oriented and everything. So it's a beautiful vibe. That's the best part of it.
Yeah, and another thing that you guys should always like make sure to keep in mind is that fasting is not only about like stopping your intake of food and water, right? It's also it's cleansing. It's cleansing. Great word. Cleansing yourself from like everything, basically any toxins you've ever had in your life. Basically, you start off your day by making sure that you what's it called, you ate suhoor and then you pray fajr. How nice. How many of us actually wake up on time for fajr, right? In Ramadan, like, you have no excuse because you're already awake. You're already awake to eat, and then now you get to pray fajr, right? And on top of that, like, we try to make sure that we stop swearing, stop saying bad words or whatever, right? Watching bad things. That's why I don't even watch shows in Ramadan, because for some reason I have a fear that everything's gonna break my fast. Maybe you guys shouldn't be like me. I don't know. I have a fear that everything's gonna break my fast and be like, oh my god, I'm not talking about. I'll talk to you after iftar.
I know, and
it's gonna break my fast.
I know. And there was this one time, like, it's very, believe it or not, it's very hard to avoid all these shows that you used to watch once, like, during time. Really, and then I tried finding these, because nowadays shows are so wrong in so many ways, and you feel like, you know what, like, it's so wrong. So the one time I remember, I'm like, it's okay, I'll watch Once Upon a Time. I don't know if everybody heard of that show, because it's like Disney animated. So I'm like, okay, you know what, it can't get bad, you know. But obviously it's better not to watch, because just think of this
also
month
music
up here. Music, too, right? A lot of things are
exactly
thing. And you can't control what's on the show too. Things can pop out. You never know. So really, if you're spending all that time fasting, might as well do it the right way, you know. Like, it's just a month, but it's a month of just, like, this other day I actually, you know, you can show the link, I'm not sure like how, but
we'll figure it out.
Okay. But I was saying that it was a study that showed that actually fasting is very healthy for the organs itself. So, and it's weird how subhanallah it rejuvenates, like, gives you energy too. It's like a good cleansing, literally the word cleansing, for your whole body and everything. So I really do think that this month should be spent, like, wisely, and because a lot of people think that they need to prepare themselves before Ramadan. It's not about like as soon as possible, like, you know, like when Ramadan starts, everyone starts fasting. It's also, you need to take action before that. So
it's so true, because honestly you have to work on yourself throughout Ramadan. And I'm so sorry to whoever said this before. I can't remember who said this, but somebody said that Ramadan is like a jump start to your whole year, right? So basically you start Ramadan and you're so focused on making sure that your fasts are perfect, so you stay away from so many things, right? Some girls choose to even, like, maybe wear hijab throughout Ramadan or something, right? People start to try making their prayers more regular during Ramadan, right? And someone said that basically Ramadan is a great jumpstart for the year. So it puts you in a great mood. You're kind of like, oh my God, wow, I actually got a hold of all these, like, you know, very Islamic things that I wasn't able to get a hold of before. And now I feel like I can go through the rest of the year doing this, right? And another thing that's very problematic from other people that I've heard a lot, actually, is that people call people like Ramadan Muslims or something, and that's so sad, because honestly, come to think of it, I'm pretty sure a lot of us in many different aspects can be seen as Ramadan Muslims. Maybe there was a time where you weren't praying properly, and now in Ramadan made you realize that it was easy for you to be consistent with your prayers. Or maybe you were a person that used to backbite a lot, but then now you realize that, oh, Ramadan made it easy for me to stop backbiting, and I realized that my mouth can actually say things of khair, things of good, right? So I feel like it's very problematic saying that. I don't know if people still say that anymore.
No, they do.
Yeah,
and the thing is, it became more of an excuse now. Like everyone says that, oh, I'm a Muslim, I'm Ramadan Muslim, but it's like they took that word for granted now. Like literally, it's like they don't. It's like they put it in their head that month I'm just going to be a Muslim, and then after that I'm not going to change. But the thing is, if your intentions and you come with the intention of you want to change, yes, Ramadan is the best time to do those things. However, you have to also keep in mind that after Ramadan, those changes have to actually come into play. You can't just expect those things just to be like all of a sudden, like, you know, like I'm just gonna I'm gonna cleanse and be a better person this month, and then after that I'm back to my old action. And that's what's very common now. Like a lot of people just, it's very good that at least you have that kind of strength of coming back, thinking about, you know, like I'm gonna change, but it's also keeping that, you know, maintaining that. Right? So that's just the problem. Like it's a line that's, I feel like sometimes it's a line that's used as a joke too. People just play around, and I don't know if I should. Like sometimes I look at it, I'm like, oh, is that a joke, or is that a good? Like I'm so it's not something that should be a joke, because there are people that take advantage of that in a good way.
Exactly, and my only thing is like you never know if this is going to be your last Ramadan. Like and subhanAllah, don't you guys ever see like the closer we get to Ramadan, the more people we lose?
I know, we're so lucky, alhamdulillah, for people like if you are a person that's reached Ramadan, like.
Alhamdulillah, it's a gift, guys. Subhanallah, you know what I mean? So take this opportunity to actually, like, you know, they say even with salah, like you should pray every salah like it's going to be your last salah. Like if you want like your khushu' to be better, like my mom was just telling me this last night. She's like, Naima, like pray like every time that like it's going to be your last, because I talk about how like, you know, even salah like at work, because we live obviously in a Western society. It's very, you need to be quick, because you're kind of like, you know, like you don't ever want people thinking like this Muslim girl right here, like she's this, she's that. But for me to even think about other people that Allah created themselves, like, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of wrong. So like inshallah, like my advice for myself first and foremost and to everyone is to fear Allah more than I fear anyone else. You know what I mean? So that our ibadah is A1 on point.
Just to share like a quick experience actually. I personally feel like also during Ramadan, like people don't understand I can't stress this enough, but dua is very, very, very important during Ramadan. I remember I even started wearing my hijab during Ramadan, because I even said to myself that like I made dua that Allah makes it easier for me. And believe it or not, like I don't know how to stress this enough, but it actually became so easy, subhanallah, and mashallah too. But it's just because I felt like everything that I wished for during that Ramadan, like I was saying that, oh yeah, you know, ya Allah, you know, open certain things for me if it's good for me, you know what I mean? And I felt like those things came to me, and that's why I feel like make dua as much as you can during Ramadan, because it is, inshallah, it will be answered. But you know, like it's just something that you have to keep in mind, that you pray with it, you pray, and then you have to also like make dua constantly with it. It's just a beautiful month to even make.
Allah will accept your dua. If he doesn't accept it now, he will accept it in akhirah, or probably like he knows that that's not right for you, and that he'll give you something even better. So never underestimate the power of dua, especially during a month where he tells you like he will accept it, like you know what I mean? If your som and your fast is sincere, and we don't even know today like how much our like our som like is equivalent in terms of ajr. Imagine how beautiful, like imagine how much that is. You know what I mean? Like subhanallah,
exactly.
guys.
And for all of those people that for all of us who are struggling with like fasting and stuff, I remember when I was younger, I used to like sleep the day away basically. When I was like 13, 14, not even gonna lie, I would just sleep the whole day away. You wake up, oh, it's Dhuhr time, I'll just pray, go right back to sleep. Oh, it's Asr time now, okay, nice, I'll help make the food. It's Maghrib time, wow, alhamdulillah, thanks.
Alhamdulillah. And then we don't make dua.
No, exactly. So I'm like, no, honestly guys, I realized as I've grown older that Ramadan is not just about the act of fasting. It's not just the act of fasting, even though sleep is ibadah too, guys. Come on, too much sleep is too much sleep. So you need to like really make sure that you take advantage of your whole day, and then that will help you take advantage of your whole month. So this Ramadan, inshallah, it's gonna work for me, guys, hopefully. But I'm gonna try to keep what's it called, a journal of like all the ibadah and stuff that I've done, or like all the surahs that I've read in a day, and keep track of it and try to see, because I want to be able to like, you know, like I see my parents all the time, mashallah, may Allah reward them for what they do, but I always see them what's it called, finishing the the entire Quran by the end of Ramadan, or sometimes they even finish it before Ramadan. They start again and they're racing each other. It's so funny. So that's why I'm like, I really hope that I would be able to reach a point in my life where I'm able to do that. So that's why I think maybe if I keep a journal and try to keep track of it, and I'm actually able to see it visually, then I'll be able to, like, you know, achieve like my goals and stuff. And also, guys, that shouldn't be like the only goal. You shouldn't, like, you can't, not all of us can finish the Quran, right?
No, it's weird because we're just talking about that too. Like, I feel like everyone has different goals, and I did say that. It was so funny because I was telling you last year or so, I was saying that, oh, we should go to Somalia because, you know, like, kids, mashallah, they come so they're done all of a sudden, and just in a month or 2 months. And then there's also other articles that I've seen that medical students, that a student she finished the Quran in a span of 2 months or so, and she was also, you can only imagine how she was overwhelmed with so many things, right? So I feel like it may seem hard, but nothing is hard if you believe in it, right? Absolutely. If you put your mind to it, I know facts you can do it. So the thing is, it's just setting those goals to begin with that is very challenging. But once you like Noura, she said she writes a journal, I think that would be a better way to even write it, because it's there, right? So most of us actually tend to memorize or tend to do things when we're writing, so it's easier to actually remember those things. So maybe doing 10 goals, like specific goals that you want to achieve by the end of this Ramadan.
Maybe learn dua.
Learn dua. Step by step. Nothing is, how do I say? Nothing is set, right? And everything is.
Everyone has their own.
Everyone has their own different goals in life, right? But all I can say is that, like, try doing those goals one by one. You know, step by step. Baby steps, right?
And like, just for me, just to kind of like wrap it up, I would say, like, motivation is obviously more difficult, especially when you're just drained, right? But like, find a buddy, find a Quran buddy, find a dua buddy, find a Ramadan buddy,
friends,
to just uplift your spirit so that you guys can get through this together. And like, you know, maybe like create
surround yourself
like a
with
spiritual
the right
bonding.
people,
Wallahi, it will make it 10 times better. Create a WhatsApp group. We all have a WhatsApp groups
about
like, hey, like, what ayah did you guys which ayah would you guys like to reflect on today? You know what I mean?
That would
maybe
be so
even
nice.
Like hadith of the day.
Exactly.
Right?
I know someone, may Allah reward her, for real. Like, I don't even talk to her like that, but every single day during the month of Ramadan, 30 days, she would send us like a reflection of an ayah, like 30 minutes a day.
Mashallah,
Wallahi, I'm gonna message her and say thank you. I never realized how much
very good.
I'll be like washing the dishes, and wallahi, like, you don't know how, like, guys, like, you don't know how stuff like this, like, will actually like benefit someone. So like, do the same thing.
And you're getting like good deeds for spreading the knowledge and stuff too, right? So that's great. So hopefully you guys are able to like reach Ramadan with, like, you know, uplifted spirits, and you have like a force of like encouragement with you and pushing yourself and saying that, you know what, there's only 30 days
and challenge yourself too.
I'm gonna try to fast. I'm gonna try to, or if fasting's not your problem, I'm gonna try to, like, you know, do some other stuff that you feel like you need to improve on in your ibadah, or you want to do more of in your worship. Right?
And don't be discouraged about the Ramadan breath. Like, we all know that's like, no, but seriously, like, you know, like, I know a lot of people have problem with that, so then they feel like, okay, like, I always have to, like, maybe I shouldn't fast or whatever, but just keep your distance, and inshallah,
keep your distance.
I know. Just brush your teeth, guys.
And stay positive, right?
Carry miswak. It's sunnah, you get ajr, and you're doing other people a favor too,
right? Okay,
and keep your prayers. Don't forget. You always have to pray.
Exactly.
Like, I feel like a lot of people get tired at the end of the day when they're fasting. They're like, it's so hard to even pray. But you know, honestly, just keep your prayers. Keep your du'as. Also, keep making a lot of du'a. Take advantage of that beautiful, blessed month. You know.
Exactly, because this is a time of the month where 2 pillars of Islam coincide. So you're going to have to really try to make sure that you're meeting the requirements for both of them, right? Like, what's really the point of you starving yourself all day if you're not, you know, committing to other forms of like worship and stuff too, right?
But also, may Allah make it easy for you guys, because I can only imagine. I can know how hard it is
for wherever you are.
You
got this.
Exactly.
So however many hours you guys have to fast, and
and then there's ones that don't even fast that much. And you can feel our pain.
Like, the younger kids who think fasting is like running really fast, may you run very fast. No, like there are people who, like, little kids, be like, oh yeah, like, we're gonna fast today, like, I'm gonna race you all the way there and get back, like, wallahi, but may Allah, like, you know,
inshallah, you run very fast for all of you.
I mean.
Okay, so again, Another great talk, guys. Wow.
Another amazing talk. And
thank you for having
Ramadan
me.
Mubarak, inshallah.
Yes, we're going to say thank you to Najma for being on the episode. Honestly,
absolutely. Thank you so much.
It's been great having you. And take care, guys. And inshallah, this will be a most beneficial and rewarding Ramadan for you guys. Assalamu alaikum. Take care.